Hi, this is Ken. This spiritual video is called The Soul of Humanity. We grow up believing that humanity is the most important life form alive. We are more important than animals, more important than trees, more important than any other form of life because we're the most dominant form of life. And therefore, we have the right to take advantage of other forms of life by killing them, ending their life early. And this includes not only animals, but also trees and other forms of life as well, because we are superior to them. And therefore, it is our right to take advantage of them. But within every life, not just humanity and human beings, is a spirit. Is the spirit within another life less important than the spirit or the soul that is within humanity? That is something that you really need to think about if you're beginning a journey towards on spirituality and if you wish to awaken and further travel the path toward enlightenment. Is one soul more important than another, whether it be a different life form or whether it be humans? Is one person, is their soul more important than another person? Is the president of a country, is their spirit or their soul more important than the janitor who empties their trash? Is an extremely wealthy, successful person who employs many people, are they more important than a homeless person living in a third world country who is struggling to get by every day? Is one soul more important than another because of the color of their skin, their religious beliefs, their sex, their sexual orientation, or any of thousands of other comparisons that we may make? These are questions that you need to ask yourself and answer if you wish to awaken and travel along the path of spirituality toward enlightenment. We are taught that not only are we better than other forms of life, but that some people are better, that their soul is more important than the soul of another. That somebody who is wealthy is more, their soul is worth more and is more important than the soul of someone who is living in extreme poverty. That the soul of somebody who is famous or has a very prestigious job is more important than an unemployed minority person who lives in Africa, for instance. When you begin your journey on spirituality, you will learn to understand that every single soul is exactly as important as another, and that absolutely no one, not one single person, is their soul more important than another. So someone who is white, who is Christian, who is extremely wealthy, who is a president of a very important company, who is famous, their soul is not more important than a minority, Black or Hispanic person from a third world country who has no money and is struggling to get by every single day. Their souls are exactly as important as each other and is not better than the other. When I began this video, I talked about the souls of other species, other genuses. Is a human soul more important than that of an animal? Is it more important than that of a tree? If you look into the eyes of an animal, any animal, if you look deeply enough, and intently enough, you will see that there is absolutely a soul present within that animal as well. And the one thing about that you will learn when you're traveling on the path of spirituality is that each soul, every spirit is connected to each other regardless of species or genus. So an animal's spirit or soul is exactly as important as a human soul. And a human soul of someone who is very important is not better than a species, is not better than anyone else or any other form of life. We are all connected. Every form of life is connected by the soul or the spirit that is within, the peace of God that resides within each of us. It connects us all together, and only together will we all survive. We have no right, especially at this point in humanity's history, to continue to kill animals for food. We have no right, especially at this point in humanity's history with our technology, to continue to cut down trees, which are live organisms with a soul or a spirit within them as well, when we have alternate forms of food and alternate forms of materials to build homes with. Every soul is equally important, whether it be human or less than human, as humanity believes, not as important as humanity. And every single person, regardless of any differences, comparisons there may be between us, is exactly as important as another. Every soul is equally important to the soul of another. No differences that we learned will change that. Wealth, fame, prestige, race, religion, none of that makes any difference when you travel the path of spirituality. You will understand that each person is equally important regardless of the differences of any of those things. We all have a soul, a piece of God within us that connects us together, and therefore each life is equally valuable and important and deserving to be treated with respect and love. Until next time, this is Ken.